Hello, everyone, and welcome back to S Rank, the only home of video games. My name is Ethan, and once again, we're back playing another Metal Gear Solid game here on Trophy Hunting, a series on this channel in which I go through 3 video game franchises I love very dearly and get all of the PlayStation trophies in each iteration of every version of every blah 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 of those games. Metal Gear Solid 3, I think, is one of the best games of all time. I'd put it in the top 5. I think it's the best PlayStation 2 title. And we're going to be playing this again 2 more times. At least 2 playthroughs. So, over the process of this trophy hunting experience here on this channel, I've loaded into old save files, or my progress for certain trophies is partly done. In some cases, we're starting fresh, but in the case of today, no, I did play this Master Collection version of Metal Gear Solid 3 back when the collection first came out in 2023, and got the majority of the work done. Fortunately, I'm glad, because while I love this game a lot, doing the checklist over and over again, which I feel like I've done so much in my life, is starting to get like, okay. We basically did this back in the summer last year when the remake Delta had come out. So I'm glad that the majority of that work is done. 2 basic things remain, and they're going to require a playthrough each. Well, I fortunately don't have to collect any food at all. We do still need to shoot down every single Kerotan frog. That was something that I wanted to do back in 2023. I had streamed back in the day on my old Twitch channel, and I had done this. I had tried to, I attempted, and I guess I failed, to combine the Kerotan run as well as the collect all the food and all that jazz run as well. But at the end of the game, and you saw this if you watched the Delta playthrough on this channel, the end of the game and the high-speed chase, there are a few of those Kerotans in there, in the on-rails, shooting segment, and you go blisteringly past. Now, in Delta, there's a much more noticeable sound cue that happens when you shoot them, but in Snake Eater here, all you can really do is pray that you did it. Now, I have save files galore. And here's the thing, too, because this is what I feel like I remember. I was saving constantly, saving a new save, saving a new save, saving a new save, because I had assumed at some point, like, oh, I missed one of the ones in that final car chase section. I'll just do the whole section over. I'll just do the entire thing over and just really make sure I got them all, because you can kind of hear, right? And I believe, granted, this was going to be 3 years ago at this point, and you play this game so many times, they all kind of blend together, all these playthroughs. I feel like I did that, and it still didn't work, which had me realize there's probably some random-ass Kerotan somewhere earlier in the game that I missed. Maybe I shot it and then died and didn't count or something like that. I don't remember. So we are going to just start fresh. I'm not going to try to do any weird CPR to that run. This game's not all that long. We're going to play on very easy. And we're just going to find all the Kerotans. I don't have them all memorized. I have a guide in front of me that basically just kind of tells me in each section how many there are in text form, where they are. If they're a pain in the ass, I guess I could pop open a map. So there is that. That's playthrough number 1 that we'll be doing for this game, for this version of this game. Playthrough number 2 will be a Foxhound run. 2 trophies for that. I mean, I could technically do one of the trophies for this one, but it's not necessary. It's basically, don't ever trigger an alert in a playthrough. Well, you need to do that in a Foxhound run anyway, so they overlap. Yeah, that's basically it. We're going to be doing a Foxhound run. I've only ever done that in this game, in the Delta remake, which had unlockable items that you could use to make it easier. So that playthrough might actually be difficult. I'm glad that I'm kind of getting reused to this game through a very easy playthrough first, so that I can better prep and prepare for some playthroughs for the actual real meat of this run here. Now, real quick before I begin, I forgot, this entire layout and all this kind of came together last minute. This over the course of this week, some of that information down there I don't think is all that legible. So I'm gonna have to tinker with some of the way this looks. So I hope it's not that big of a deal. I also forgot to have the little GIF that always happens in the standby screen. Whatever, that's not that big of a deal. One thing I did realize is because I have the entire bottom space open, not just what's underneath the gameplay for the captions. While I could just stretch the captions kind of panel over, what I think instead I'll do, for the sake of our first playthrough here, is use that as a Kerotan tracker. Kerotans. Because I want to make sure I'm actually keeping track of, let's see, read from file. Hold on one second. I'm still getting over sick, by the way, which is insane. I feel like this should be gone by now, but it is what it is. Because I obviously want to keep track of how many Kerotans I have. We're going to be doing a good old tracker like this. Let's see, if I type in 100, it does extend the length. How many Kerotans are there? There's only 64. There's only 64. I just got to make sure I hit Control S every single time here. Hold on. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. Kind of center this correct. Yeah, I can't do that. No. That's probably good enough. I can always change that later. I don't have 64 Kerotans, although that is how many that we will hopefully have when we get to the trophy at the end. There, lock that up. I don't like the fact that that's kind of basically touching the edge. Let me slide that over a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's begin. There's no audio right now for this game because it is sitting right here on the main menu. Now there should be some sound. One trophy right away that I guess I never did back in 2023 is just to open up this. I think you have to cycle through the whole thing. It is neat that they did this, but I think it is a little unnecessary. Oh my god. Hundreds and hundreds of pages. I never ever called the boss in the Virtuous Mission, really. But there's so much conversations. Do you need to scroll through the whole thing, or will it just unlock when I close it anyway? Oh, post-save. Oh, I see, post-save. As in... Right. Is there literally going to be 1,000 pages? Yes, I want to close the screenplay book. Oh, I didn't unlock it. Was it this book? There's a trophy for opening up one of these stupid books. Let's download. Oh, did I not? They updated this. Holy shit, it's 20 gigabytes? I mean, I got fast internet, but let me double check something here. I want to know why that trophy didn't pop. There's great music in this game, man. Fantastic music. Read all the pages of the screenplay book. Oh. Because I skipped through. Okay, that is just flipping one page. Alright. All 800 pages. That's cool art. That's in really high resolution. I wish I had found that. The version of that image I have is certainly not 2160 pixels tall. Really giving my R1 button a workout here. All for a trophy. No, honest to God, it might just restart with the high resolution. Because when I booted it up after you know, for making all of this, because I needed some footage of the codec screen and all that. It does go past 900. I noticed like, oh, I thought it was supposed to be 4K textures. They don't. It seems game kind of seems a little blurry, like 1080p blurry, not, you know what I mean, lower resolution blurry. Alright, I don't get it. Why didn't that count? Hey, it's almost done. Yeah, we'll just restart the game. Metal Gear Solid 3, PS5, Playbook Trophy. I don't know, man. I got people saying they just did the thing. Let's close this and reopen. Oh, okay. And then opening it back up made it work. Good. Book eater. Great. Okay. I mean, a lot of this game is still going to be presented in. Man, will it be 720p because of the PS3 version? Whereas, like, I don't know, some of this stuff. Okay. Getting all of the Kerotans. Because I do have a save file here that is essentially starting the game over. That is what we're going to do. I'm going to be skipping cutscenes. We're going to be skipping them all. You want me to want to watch the entire story?
After the end of
watch
World
the
War
Delta
II,
playthrough
the world was
that I
split
did
into
over the
two,
course of 4 days
East
last
and
summer.
West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Jack, I've got... Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you...
That's right, triangle is the skip all of this button. Okay, right. Yeah, I guess they are higher resolution. Nice. I wonder if this really sucks to say. I wonder if AI was used. And not everything has been updated. Not everything was updated. Alright, let's get his backpack. I do want to do a playthrough of this game. I think maybe I'll do it in Delta. That is with this original camera system. I don't think I've ever messed that up. I don't know. I'm just kind of breezing through this in my head. Gotta press triangle to hang? Thought it was X. That's the go down button. I gotta blow my nose. Sorry.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list,
Alright,
choose the weapon.
apologies. We're gonna be making a save every couple screens.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics.
And I loved this too. Is using like this camera in addition to being able to do this really does give you such a big sense of your surroundings. But we're just not going to be playing that way. No, it is triangle. It's weird how Delta kind of broke my understanding of this game's controls. Oh, take the path east leading up. Oh, I understand. We don't need to grab anything. I get my easts and west confused sometimes, mixed up. Especially when it comes to, like, maps in video games. Bright green. Like a lot of things. Oh, here it is. Yeah, and like, this is like technically based off the 360 version, or at least in the control scheme, because there aren't pressure sensitive buttons. Alright. One Kerotan down. Oh, am I not playing on easy? Hold on. No, I am. It just, why do I have the revolver? Huh. I don't remember. What's the unlock condition to start with the revolver? It's cool because there's some weird tricks you can do with it. I don't need that. Don't need that. Oh wait, that's equipping things. Having less shit on you makes your stamina go down slower. But I put that gun away. Yeah, we could use the knife. Okay, right. I remember where this one is. It's like over there. First time I ever played this game, drowned in the mud. Ah! Now you were supposed to be asleep. Or no, is it just over here? Maybe I'm thinking of a duck. Was there a duck over there? Oh, we're not leaving the area. Be over here. Oh, here it is. Camouflage. I guess we can set some of that. It's weird. You know, Delta just lets you do that on the fly. I used to it. Do I have, oh, yeah, okay. Do the sneaking suit. Yep. Oh yeah, we unlocked all the camo stuff, right, because that was a trophy. Unlock any cool face paint stuff? Right. Been in ammo. Right. Yeah, some of these different face paints, they have very specific, not well known, I don't want to call them abilities, but weird things. I think the zombie does something if you're prone. Kabuki and Oyama, I think both do something. I don't really remember. We'll just go no paint. Or it's fine. I just want to look cool. All right, so wait, that was 2 of them down, so I gotta mark this off. Okay. Yep.
Snake, you're...
Yep. This one I do think I remember. It's in a tree stump. There's a couple, like, in a tree stump stuff. Oh, right. Right. Forgot about the leaning in this game. Yeah, I mean, it works on actual triggers, I guess. Not just the pressure-sensitive buttons. There it is. Well, I made a movement. That counts. Every area... Oh, weird. There we go. Now it's updated. Every area has 1. Everybody gets 1. It was in Delta where they also added in a duck, which I liked. Because it was, you know, it was something where... This is weird. I've, like, never really played this way. Game is so easy just for you to go in first person. But yeah, I want to do a playthrough with this camera. Maybe turn the HUD off. Get really immersed. On, like, PC or whatever. Alright, I think I know where this one is. It's on the bridge itself. Yep, literally.
I hear something.
Oh, that's not the beehive. That is. Here we go. Yeah, this bridge is deceptive. If you just run straight across, it will force you to the edge. I was gonna just hit a guy. Cool. Right, this one is through a hole in the wall that I remember. There he is. Oh, it swaps over. Cutscenes force the Mark 22 to come out, and then later it forces the gun Eva gives you, just the handgun she gives you. Okay, that is it for the kind of prologue.
He's a member.
This game is just fantastic.
Major.
I don't know. There's so much I have said about this game. from last year
Major,
alone,
new
and
remake.
there's so much about this game online to people saying the same things I'm saying, but better. You know what I mean? Can you get something if you go inside back? If you go back inside here, because I know they put the thermal goggles in there during Operation Snakey. This game just has a good look to it too. Everything about this game, fantastic. Snake does have a little bit of a robotic run, you know, in this game. Feels a little rigid. And they update that in Delta. I think they take... Oh, right, I gotta actually do this. I think they take some of the motion capture data from the Phantom Pain, which I didn't really appreciate just because you see it so many times. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. It should really punish you for not doing things in order. You know what I mean? You tied it up before applying any disinfectant. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I just noticed the circle around your broken bits or whatever is a polygon. It's that is a polygon. That isn't a drawn sprite circle. Weird. So it is a rendered 3D object. Odd. Okay. What is this? Oh. Okay. Yes, please. I'd love a save. Cool. We're beginning with file 30. I mean, like that's appropriate. Muchi
So how does it
East.
feel to be a... Yeah.
That is where we want to find our first
This is Snake.
Kerotan. Okay, it's found the first more open area. Notice logs, it's below the logs that form a sort of structure. Right, this is the same area we've been in. I mean, this entire beginning of this area of this you know, it's in the same God, I'm so tired. Forgive me. I like having the active sonar or something on, but like I never actually... I like the idea of having these on, but I never really pay attention to it. They're fantastic for the first playthrough when you don't know the scope of the environments, and it really is just like, I don't know. Because like it isn't just we pinged enemies, it's like motion detect. If something's still, it's not going to pop up. Active sonar pings life forms. Will ping animals. You know what I mean? Like that's just, it's neat. I feel like you could bring those concepts into a different kind of game. Yeah, this one is missable because you cannot come back here. I mean, the entire game is kind of set up with gates in mind, where it's like, all right, you jump down the crevice, you ain't coming back. Okay, you went into Groznygrad, you're not leaving. You know. But if you jump down, is it over here? Then you can't climb back up. But it's at the beginning of the game. Alright, in this area, Kerotan 7 is found when you take a right straight after obtaining Snake A. Climb a tree. Right. That's why I'm like, I thought there was another... We're also going to run back to the beginning of the, God, I love this visual, man. Just the snake. Get it on dead right more. Just the snake hanging from the tree. It's fantastic. How is it able to keep balance? Get a cutscene where he gets his hand broken by a horse. That's all you really need to know. That horse has a... They add a weird, attachment to that horse in Peace Walker.
What's that? What's wrong?
Just noticed I'm not wearing, our sneaking suit. Yeah, the Cold War, camo is what we're going to use at the end, of the game as well, because literally having, I think it's your back is the Soviet flag, and in your front, well, it's just, yeah, oh no, your front is, so facing enemies, they won't shoot at you, is so useful for that, Foxhound run that we're going to do in the second playthrough. Alright, we climb this tree, and it's up on this ridge somewhere. What makes this game so fantastic is that it has all of these mechanics in it. There we go. Part of this, like, nature survival, you know, shtick. And even though, like, the game's pacing, story-wise, as you're going through it, is really, really well done, you know it's a good game when you're just like, man, I just wish there were more opportunities to climb trees. Man, I just wish, like, there was more game to game, you know what I mean? But the sake of the game's pacing is fantastic. I noticed more and more now in the past, like, decade of my life that, like, I don't really like the super long story games. Like, I finished Uncharted 4 a decade ago, literally, and was like, sweet, awesome, this is the best Uncharted, I love this game so much. I'm going to start it over, and then, like, oh, man, I got to go through this part. Regardless of, like, what those parts are, just the knowledge of how long the game was, even though I don't really remember how long the game actually is, it felt like it was forever. But you go back, that's fun. You go back to, you know, some of these Metal Gear Solid games, and they are not that long, especially if you're skipping cutscenes, and just for the sake of playing the game and experimenting in all of the game's systems. Fantastic time. Like, I'm like, yes, I will play through this game dozens of times throughout my life, trying different ways. You know what I mean? Again, I didn't realize I'm gonna do this quick little spin. All right, we went back to the swamp here. Right, okay, it is over here where I thought it was before. We were just in the prologue, so it wasn't actually in that spot. No. So good this mud looks. Come on. I think having the easy gun also doesn't drain your stamina, right? Also, having a leech on you does drain your stamina. But doesn't it also if you manage, because like you stop seeing swamps like pretty early into the game, but if you keep one on you to the end of the game, I think that's a yeah, that's how you can get an early Markor. I think that's is it over here somewhere? I think that's one of the code names at the end, right? Is if you had the leech stuck to you. Let me just read this. Right, where are the mushrooms? Oh, yep. For whatever reason, I always remember being like off that cliff. But it might just be like that's where I was looking when I was first looking back on PS3. I was not updating the tracker. We're actually at 9. Yeah, let's keep him on. Why not? Can't hurt me. He'll be my buddy. He'll feed off of my blood, get nice, big, and fat, and then you cut him off at the end, and then you fry him, or... People eat leeches, right? You can do that, right? God, just thinking about one of those things is disgusting. Alright. Headed over to the wooden bridge area. Oh, got another one. Do. Yeah, this game just has a really good look to it. And even when you do the traditional camera system, how the camera just kind of flows through the environment is just really cool. Sorry I didn't mute myself for that. Building a Vodo. Sure. So, this one is, well, we can use this again. It's like up there somewhere, not on the post, like on the ridge behind it. What a terrible place to fall asleep. Yeah. Yep. See, it's, it kind of just sucked me to the edge. Yep, up here. Okay. Gotta see it react, and if you can hear it, it sounds, then that's perfect. Can I not control us? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at a delayed, much better. Okay. Still not used to having to press an L3 to put the gun down. Alright. This one is under the stairs. This one's pretty easy to find. Should be no enemies here. They appear in the morning. Cool. I don't know. I just think it's cool. The whole searching in first person in both this game and Metal Gear Solid 2 is just top-notch, like... Oh, that'd be useful. It's just top-notch level design stuff. Right, or is it... Alright. These will actually be very useful for finding some of those Kerotans. Right, that was 11. Cool. Put those thermal goggles on. Yeah. Right, you're supposed to enter and leave the room, then the cutscene happens.
She's...
Sure. Do the saving for me. I expect us to get through a huge chunk of this playthrough today. We're not going to go through the whole game in one playthrough. I don't really want to stream for that long. But it will be... Oh, no, get up. I love all of this. Just the encounter design of this, not boss fight, but kind of is.
What? Not here?
Also, they, right, they love the M19 or M19. They love sticking it in your hands after cutscenes. This is a cardboard box.
He's got to be around here. Find him.
Right, it helps if I actually equip the gun. Oh, come on. We'll wait. Yeah, it's very fun to
What's wrong?
do this on, you know, European Extreme and not trying to just shoot them all. It is kind of insane. Like here, whatever. Like they can't really see me. I got the easy gun out. You know what I mean? It's whatever. We're just gonna go back to this camera. I don't really want to like commit to that camera for this playthrough or for this version of the game. We'll do that with Delta at some point. The sniper scope glints maybe is a little bit of a foreshadowing for the end there when you fight him. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I mean, I'm not gonna fight them when they put that gun in your hands every single time. Okay, that was Rasavet. Now we can move forward to Prionij Pud. Some areas like this, I do like this camera. Oh, can you not vault that? But I'm also one of those guys that does want another, like, Metal Gear Solid 2 style game. And that will happen one day, you know, whether it's a mainline numbered Metal Gear game or some game with a subtitle or what. Just like how we're seeing right now with so many indie development studios being clearly inspired by certain specific game genres or games themselves and then getting really good at making a game like that. And then Konami's like, cool, we'll have those guys make a new Castlevania, right? That'll happen with the top-down or style Metal Gear games, absolutely. Okay. Still getting over a cold, but it's been at the point where it's just I don't need to get gross, but it's like I'm not sure if I'm still contagious, but it's kind of clearing its way out, but I'm not sure if I'm contagious yet. That's the sucky part. Those are some family members I've been like wanting to see that like critically do not want to get them sick. Even with something as simple and, you know, relatively harmless as a cold, it is not worth it. We're not in, you know, COVID era anymore. In terms of, like, you could get someone sick and then they could die because they could catch COVID and be weakened and then have that kill them, right? I, like many people, you know, got the vaccine and boosters, but all right, this but I still don't want to get certain people sick. So it's been sucky and annoying that like I've been still continuously sick with a stupid ass cold. All right, this Kerotan, is it down? Where is this stupid? I think it's down. It's down under. Where does this say? Found underwater, north of the area. It's near a tree situated between two places of land. Yeah. Was it that? Yes, it is. Thankfully, you can shoot your gun underwater. Okay. That was number 12. Yeah, there's a face paint. I believe it's the brown face paint, which I'm not putting on. That either slows your oxygen depletion or doesn't bother depleting, something like that. Leech check. Ooh, we got 3. Excellent. Definitely triggered that the first time I played this game. Alright, Bolshaya passed south. Love this area. This is, to me, like the first, I also love this, like, raining effect they got going on. It really does feel like it's coming down hard, but the game isn't focusing on having that drown out the audioscape. But visually, you can just see it, like, feels... It kind of looks like static, but it is just that constant, shitting on you with rain, so to speak. So this guide that I'm using just to remind me where all these Kerotans are is also for collecting everything else. So some of these locations are in reference to things that I'm not getting. But I think I remember where it is. There's also claymores around here. For the longest time, until like, what was it, playing, was it the remake of this game? I don't remember. I just assumed that it doesn't matter if you're crawling or not, but like walking in front of a claymore still blows up on your ass. I didn't realize, yeah, no, you're safe if you're crawling. So I always took this area very seriously. I took it like a puzzle, where it's like, okay, gotta crawl, because I don't want to get seen. You know, and you could crawl over them to pick them up, I knew that. But, I don't know, man, I just always assumed that, like, it was an environmental puzzle, and not just you just gotta pay attention. It's a, are you paying attention check. You know what I mean? But obviously, I just know. There are the, what is it, boxes on the side of the electric fence you can shoot to, get rid of the electric aspect of it. Still doesn't mean they won't hurt you. I don't think. But neat little thing that, like, I don't know, man. This game has so many tiny, tiny details. I hate this part. So many tiny details that easily go missed if you're just, like, looking at, like, here are the things in this game, you know, type of guide you'd find online or whatnot. Probably want to go this way. It's in... Oh. Sorry. Thought it was in something like this. But they said it's up near where you get the splinter camo, which is up on that raised cliffside there. Oh, I can see it. It's in there. See if we can pick up another leech buddy. I believe this is the last swamp screen. No, no leech for us. Oh, I thought I saw it in there. Not his radio. That was, like, the most annoying aspect of, the sniping VR missions in Metal Gear Solid 2. Was when you need to shoot a shit ton of jabronis. This one? No. And shooting, like, sniping, like, their walkie-talkie, the radio by accident. Having them completely be unaffected. Sucks. Oh. Why did I assume it was in a log? Alright, that was number 13. Right, I remember where the next one is. Next one's easy. Yeah, so many tiny, tiny mechanics. So many of them, man. That, like, just make interesting, just interesting things in these games. So many unique ways to play. Oh, yeah, let's get this guy. It's just a cool video game. Alright, let me test. Can you just walk up to this now? Yeah, you can. No, you can knock on it too. There's one where you can kind of jump through the hole. And I still get fucked up. In the remake, we did that. But maybe I'm thinking about being seen. I don't remember. Cam up on top of the roof. I gingerly push the door open, which is fun. Doesn't make as much sound as that. Get this one here. Alright, that was number 14. See, we're cruising. We are cruising. 50 more to go. Get a mousetrap. Right? And then you can catch some mice with it. push the door open. Obviously, one of the big kind of things you can do in this game is blow up munitions and food supplies, sheds like this, to affect the next couple screens of enemies. It isn't something like truly long-lasting and crazy, to the point where you might not really notice how it affects your ability to just shoot the guys. Again, this game's biggest downfall, unfortunately, is how good it is to shoot a damn gun in first person. How easy it is just to, like, perhaps maybe the thought, I always think, like, this is the door. Perhaps maybe the thought back in 2003, during development of this game, was more along the lines of, just assuming people wouldn't be good, you know what I mean, at it? I don't know, man. You can get pretty good at it pretty quickly. Even, like, mediocre enough. Just good enough to do the damn thing. I don't really know why I'm picking up this shit. I just have it. Out of habit. I like picking up stuff. But that's also why I kind of liked that Delta had bullet drop-off, right? It wasn't just an infinite... Granted, I'm using the easy gun. Which actually, I think they did... In Delta, was the easy gun actually still like this? Where there was no bullet drop-off? But still, like, they gave bullet drop-off, and like, they tried to make it so you couldn't just... like, you know, bam, a guy right over there, and bam, and then now you're fine. You know what I mean? They still made you work for it. Which was weird at first. Again, you can watch my playthrough of that. You know, for the course of 4 days, 5 days? That platinum. This boss fight, man, has so many cool things in it. And, and you can use the beehives. Oh, right. I don't want to get rid of this guy. Hold on. I actually have to, shoot the Kerotan here. Southern section you can't reach by foot. It's next to a tree. I think it's easier to see when climbing this.
You won't get away from me!
Okay. The music here is really good. And, you know...
I've never felt a tension like this before.
And the music's so good here.
It's so different from simply changing a clip. This reload time is exhilarating. Yes! It's the heart of a duel.
This is always fun.
You're all talk, huh?
Yeah, I am.
Damn it.
You can knock his hat
My
off too, I
technique
believe.
is perfect.
And we can also...
I've never felt a tension like this before.
You can collect these beehives,
Son of
or if you can collect beehives in general. There we go. And then you use them on the pain, and they become special beehives later that are like fully heal ya. It's like insane, man. It's insane. How's the visual here on the stream? Good thing I have thermal goggles. It's not quite the same as the night vision. We're gonna try to find them. Okay, Kerotan 16, so we're down in here now. Is found after having continued taking the path after the back cave. Find a room that has a huge hole. Right. Okay. There is a crevice we can crawl through at some point, but let's get the torch here. Of little crabs. Also, yes, glowing mushrooms do replenish your batteries. I'm just not actually reading. Okay, got the relight. First time playing through this game on a CRT TV that I guess just wasn't tuned correctly. Could see shit. Like, I could not see anything. It was pitch black. TV just wasn't tuned correctly. You could equip the cigar, and it was literally just more of like, I can see a dot on the screen, and it was such a pain in the ass, but it kind of made the tension better. I don't know. I'm weird like that, if you couldn't tell. Right, that's not what I want. Or is it? I don't think it is. I don't think this is. No, I've already decided this is where you come basically out of when you fall. You know, even 20 years later or whatever, this cave still gets me sometimes. Because this room with the hole in it that has the night vision goggles and the frog we need always eludes me. Where is this thing that we can crawl through? Am I losing my mind? Is it just like on that wall there? You go into this area, because then that hangs there. Here it is. Okay. I feel like crawling through a low crawl space like this, holding an open flame as volatile as, as a torch. I think you're just gonna suffocate and die. Oh, Mr. Snake, don't mind me. Oh, there's something up here to pick up, right? Maybe they put a Gakko up here? For whatever reason, I'm like at the top of the waterfall has me maybe misremembering a collectible of some sort. Okay. Holes in the wall to crawl through. Holes in the wall to crawl through. Bug juice. What they called me in high school. No. Don't want that. Hole in the wall to crawl through. I want that hole. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Am I losing my mind? Wasn't there just like damn hole in this room? Right, I am in Cave Branch, right? Oh, stupid. Alright, I guess what we're doing. Jump in a waterfall. Right, was it there? Yes. Stuff down there that's always tempting, but no, you stay up here. You crawl under here. See, I'm remembering again. Remembering again. It only was like, I don't know, 9 months ago. When was August? 6 months ago. How do you wave this thing? Go away. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Anyway. Because we don't have the easy gun equipped, the stamina meter is actually draining. And because we have, like, 3 leech buddies, it's draining relatively quickly. Here's the room with the hole in it. Perfect. Yep, and because he's hungry, his aim is all shaky. Means it probably would make sense for me to get some food here. Okay. Let me mark down we got Kerotan 60. Is 64 a multiple of 16? I think it is. Like 4 of them, right? Right, the next one is after the Pains boss fight. Uh-oh. And stamina's just replenishing. You know what I mean? Little nuts. Which then also makes it quite easy for your health to replenish. But yeah. Don't really need to do much survival. Oh, let's add the night vision goggles to our kit. Sweet. Okay. So this boss fight is actually crazy on a Foxhound run, as seen in that August playthrough of Delta. But you can come in a little bit more prepared than I was and have an okay job, I think. So again, for the Foxhound run for this, there is some planning to do. That's for sure. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot him.
My brothers!
We gotta put a nade in our thing to get rid of some of its stuff. Stun or smoke. They give you so many of them.
Grenade!
That's not good.
Hey!
Okay.
Go get it!
Oh, I think if you put the bug juice on you, then they don't go for you?
Show you the true meaning of pain!
Here's where you get infinite grenades when you run out. That's right, you can use that face paint that that gives you
Hey! Oh, my brothers!
oh. On a new game plus, what we're gonna be doing. Water camo works really well here. But there are so many weird aspects. So much weirdness. And that's like, you know, not even counting all of the like video game-ness of like, well, if he's doing this and then yep, then you could do this and blah blah blah, and it gets him to do that over, and then he's over here. And oh, okay. One more for the road. He turned his body. I wanted to shoot him in the dick. Okay. It is in the Kerotan here is in a hole in the ceiling. I got some window glare on this screen on my TV here, so it makes it a little bit hard to see. Okay. And kind of centered. Then, where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay, that was 17. Cruising. Absolutely cruising through this game. It also really helps that I don't need to collect anything. You know what I mean? We're just shooting these frogs. It really helps. Alright. There's claymores here. Now we gotta get the cutscene of the thing flying overhead. I always found this weird. Like, why can you do this? There are no enemies here at all. It's not like you can use that as a ambush corner, right? I believe it's like up in the ceiling in this room. Now we can really see them at the expense of having the game kind of look ugly. And they don't show up on the night vision goggles or on the thermal goggles. Why did I think that they did? They have no life. They do not make a heat signature. Granted, cold-blooded things like snakes still have the thermal pick them up, and items do, so. Alright, next one should be at, like, the entrance. Let's get this. I mean, the batteries are recharging on their own holding this gun. First time playing through this game, I definitely fell off the ledge here. 'Cause I think I, like, did that and fell or something. This does not count as a kill. It really should. But it does not count as a kill.
Enemy position unknown. Commencing alert status.
Okay. I love this river area here. They kind of maybe reuse some elements of it for the Sorrow fight. But I just love the way that these trees on the side here look. It feels like all of a sudden we're in, like, I don't know, an African jungle. You know what I mean? Like with the low trees. Having that low canopy over a water is neat. I don't know. Alright, 19. Oh, yeah, let's not kill that guy either. I mean, they can't have it count as a kill because you fight a million of those dudes at the end of the game, and there's nothing you can do besides that. We might as well pick up the sniper rifle. Not that we're going to use it, but there is a frog in this area. This is the one that's like behind a grate, if I remember correctly. Go to sleep. There's another guy too. Yeah, again, I want to do a playthrough with just this camera angle system. I might even just actually do it on, well, I'd have to open it up. I have one copy of the initial release of this game, of the Snake Eater release of this game on PS2, that's sealed. I've only ever played the Subsistence version. Huh. Thought it was over here. Maybe it's over there. But maybe just playing literally on PS2, where you are forced to just use those original camera angles. Oh, here it is. Would be fun. It moved, but we gotta slink over there anyway and grab the sniper. Yeah, I can hear it. The sound lasts for a long time. I think it does go away at some point. Like that. I climb up. Thing under there. You can get one of these little tarantula buddies. Yeah. And I can throw them at a guy. Gingerly open the door. And you could blow this up if you wanted. Gives the enemies less ammo in the next kind of couple screens. But again, like, unless you're playing with some self-imposed restrictions, like no guns, for instance, then you're not really gonna find a noticeable difference in having blown up their munition shed or their food supply sheds than if you didn't do it. Because again, just being able to just, in first person, you know, obviously I'm using the easy gun here, but like on a normal difficulty, even on extreme, just to headshot people is so easy. So easy. Like, Delta having the bullet drop off is huge and good, and we are going to save here, actually. Because we haven't saved in a while.
Saving the game, Snake?
But I would have taken it one step further and had headshots with the Mark 22 not instantly put them to sleep. Still have it be a quick timer, but being able to shoot someone in the face with a tranquilizer dart shouldn't instantly put them to sleep. It's fun in the sake of the video game.
Hey, Snake.
I think it
you
works
ever heard
better
of
in Metal Gear
Godzilla
Solid
King of
2
Monsters?
than it does in 3 in terms of, like, the risk-reward factor of it. Especially in those VR missions where, like, you have to ambush people around the corner and instantly get them. You know what I mean? Like, it's difficult. Here, it's way too easy. Way too easy. Alright, so hey, yeah, we made it to 20 Kerotans. This next one... I just put him to sleep.
What's wrong?
You can't deplete his stamina. This is the one where I was like, I remember once standing on top of the kind of dam gate or whatever. Okay. Next one I do remember is on like a ceiling beam or something inside. Alright, actually one very critical thing. Leech check. Yep, still got 3. Nice. I'm pretty sure there was a an animal code name for keeping a leech on you the entire game. Or at least to the end of the game. Which, I mean, we passed the last swamp forever ago, so it kind of is the entire game. This area here is really good with this camera. The blocking of everything is really nice. One thing I'm not actually certain of is in that initial Snake Eater release, could you do this with the camera? Right? The thing's supposed to be on a... I know there's like a face paint that's supposed to be over here. Alright, let's just take out these guys. Oh, here it is. Master Collection version kept track across save like runs. This is technically the same save. So that was the one I was missing. Wow. Okay. We don't need to complete the save, the playthrough now. I can go ahead and delete this Kerotan's tracker. And the .txt I had. Okay. Well, this changes up how I was planning to do the stream series for this game, but we don't need to finish that playthrough. Let's take a break for a second here. I need you to use the bathroom and then think about what to do next. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the surprise, not conclusion of the stream, but surprise conclusion of this playthrough, as an hour and a half into at least the stream itself. I'm sure the save file, if we were to save right now, it's going to be less than an hour. Let's actually save right now. Why the hell not? We got the last Kerotan I needed. I did not realize that this version of the game was tracking Kerotans across playthroughs, maybe even across saves entirely. This is the clear data for the first playthrough I had done and carried forward, so that could be maybe limited to that, but oh no, it is. Oh wow, 32 saves is all you get, huh? I mean, whatever. Hour 19.
Snake, have you...
I assumed we had to do an entire playthrough and get them all. So that does mean that this one specific Kerotan, at the very least, the one that was in this room on the ceiling, was one I missed in 2023. You know what I remember? I think I remember back then, in chat someone says play Elden Ring. I would love to, but that's not something I want to stream. Those types of games, I don't want to stream those. I get so focused, I need to, like, be all in my head. I cannot talk during it. But that is a platinum I still want to do. I remember wanting, whether I said it on that old Twitch stream or not, I remember wanting to check the footage to see what one I had missed, but it was going to be such a long, daunting thing and kind of gave up. So, well, okay, that's that trophy. Fantastic. How do I leave? Oh, isn't it options? Isn't it an option? Turn to title screen. Wow, I'm surprised there was no confirmation for that. It was just, you are leaving now. Okay. Well, guess what? We're beginning the Foxhound run now. I guess. Oh, but you know what? Did I get the
What a thrill.
What is this doing? Okay, so let me read off the trophies I have left. Earn the title of Foxhound. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Clear the game without entering alert mode, not including the parts where it's actually part of the story. 2 and 1, right? You can't do Foxhound run without doing a no alert thing. And then obtain the stealth camo. Pretty sure one of the ways you get it is by doing a complete run by getting all the Kerotans. So by abandoning that save, I mean, I still have the save itself, but by abandoning that playthrough, am I no longer getting it? That's only one of the ways. If I go through without being seen or without killing anyone, I think it would be without being seen. Am I going to get it anyway? You know what I mean? Let me do this as a Google search right now. Metal Gear Solid 3 stealth camo, because there's, for some of those like special items, there's multiple ways to clear ways to get it. A no alert run will unlock the stealth camo. Yeah, okay. So we can get that with just the one playthrough. Now here's the thing, I'm going to need to reconfirm what it is, what the specifications are for a Foxhound run in this version of the game. Because the Delta version that we did, the Delta run, in the remake there, for the Foxhound playthrough, we were, like, some of the requirements were removed. Like, it didn't matter how many times you saved, I don't think, due to how that game kind of worked. I'm misremembering already. I haven't played it since. All right, let me read this thread. Sorry guys, I wasn't expecting to do the research for this on stream. I was expecting to spend the entire stream today working on the Kerotan's playthrough, and then maybe doing this off stream. So we're gonna play on European Extreme, and not at regular Extreme, because European Extreme kicks you to the title screen whenever you're seen, and so I would need to reload a save anyway. That just kind of makes it faster. Um, right, and because doing you have to pick your difficulty on a brand new save. That means your stuff's not carrying over, which means we actually won't have a lot of those camouflage sets. That is because I did an extreme run on Delta and then we redid it for Foxhound, so I had all of that stuff unlocked, right? Use no special items, obviously get no kills, obviously get no alerts, obviously don't use the life medicine. I remember that. No continues, which means reloading a save. But you can't save any more times, or it says save less than 25 times, so I guess 24 is our cap. Under 5 hours, under 1 life bar of damage taken. All right, let me read this post. So much conflicting information. I don't have it on screen. Sorry, you're just gonna have to listen to my audio. So much conflicting information on this. Same with Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 2 requirements. Problem with failed games, blah, blah, blah. General information. A list with the official guide, what is in the official guide, as that has no chances of bias or plagiarism. Right, like a strategy guide. Foxhound rank requirements. Extreme difficulty or above, under 5 hours, 25 saves or less, no alerts, no continues, no humans killed. Serious injuries, 20 times or less. That's avoidable, but they can sneak up on you if you're not paying attention. 5 life bars or less total damage. Can't use life medicine or any of these special items, which we won't have anyway. Okay. All right, so, man, do I want to start this today? Only streamed, well, we're getting close to 2 hours. I might just call it, guys. I might just call it. And do a bit more research, because that we used for the August playthrough of Delta, the launch playthrough of Delta, James Howell's old video walkthroughs on YouTube for the Foxhound stuff there, and most of it applied to that version of the game. I'm probably gonna have to rewatch a lot of those in preparation for this. I don't want to just start and wing it, have it take longer than what it would be. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna call it for today. But thanks for watching. That was a surprise way to just finish that trophy. I was not expecting that to happen. So thank you guys for watching. As far as upcoming programming here on the channel, as I like cut myself with my microphone arm. Ouch. Let's see. On Saturday, I have a stream planned for bringing back the S rank series exploration streams I was doing, basically going through the Saga series. We're gonna basically be finishing the Final Fantasy Legend with that stream, regardless of if I actually beat it or not. I'll explain more there. And then Sunday we'll be back with another episode of Trophy Hunting, cycling back around to Final Fantasy V with the third stream of that title. That game's fun. That game's fun. And so is this game. I was expecting to play a lot more of it today than what we actually did. So, there we have it. If you liked this video, please actually like the video. Click that button for it. And subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it when folks do. Takes a lot of time to set up a lot of this stuff. I appreciate seeing that response. And, yeah, weird. I'm, like, kind of shell-shocked. That part's all over. I was planning a lot more, but whatever. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, I gotta figure out what an outro is. I don't really have one. Bye.